Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's masterpiece class on human trafficking, on how to identify and assist victims of human trafficking. Your tutor for today is JD Orengo Mtetezi, and I'll be glad to take you through this short course on masterpiece on human trafficking. Welcome, class. In case of any question, channel your questions on the comment section, and I'll be glad to respond. So today we want to talk about how to identify and assist victims of human trafficking. As we all know that it's against International Human Rights Declaration to purport and to support human trafficking, slavery, and servitude. And it's even against our local laws and international doctrines on right to life. So many a times people always think that human trafficking happen in confined sections, but human trafficking mostly happen before our eyes, in restaurants, in agricultural fields, and even in playgrounds. And today, class, at times human trafficking even happen in restaurants, in playing fields, in construction fields, and in hotels. And so today, we want to see and how to identify victims of human trafficking. Number one, how do you tell that a person is likely to suffer or is likely a victim of human trafficking under that condition? The first thing that you look at is this person is they live in a stuffed condition, for example, in a small house or even a big house, but this house is accommodating many people, 10, 20, 15, 30. So many people living in a confined place. So this can be an indication that these people are already trafficked or in transition to be trafficked somewhere. The second thing that you identify and use to identify a victim of human trafficking is they are working in poor conditions, or they live in poor conditions. In poor conditions, I mean they don't eat properly, they don't have basic human rights needs like housing, clothing, shelter. Their living conditions, it's very, very pathetic. So this can be an indication that this person is being trafficked into slavery. The second indicator is someone who is 18 years and below and is being used in prostitution. This is 100% evidence that this person is being trafficked into slavery. Another indicator that someone is undergoing human trafficking is living with the employer. In most instances, people living with their employers are not working out of their own volition. So if you find somebody living with their employer, I will talk about this later, the kind of questions to ask and to interrogate. And another thing that you should also check out is this person, does he have his identity documents? Most people who are trafficked into slavery, they don't have the identity documents. And these people are afraid to talk about it. That's why they qualify to be called slaves in quote. So ladies and gentlemen, this person also have signs of physical abuse. For example, they've been beaten, they have scratches on their heads. So you check signs of physical abuse. Is this person been beaten? Has they been scolded or something like that? And also they are unpaid or paid very little. For example, someone who should be paid a wage of let's say 100 US dollars is being paid 50 US dollars. So they are unpaid, completely unpaid, or they are paid very, very little. So ladies and gentlemen, assuming you have the opportunity to speak with a potential victim privately, what are some of the follow-up questions that you are going to ask? Before we go to that section, remember, if you have any question, kindly type on the comment section and I'll be gladly respond and assist. So if you get an opportunity to speak to a victim of human trafficking, what are some of the follow-up questions that you should ask? Some of the follow-up questions that you are going to ask are these. Who is having your identity documents? Identity documents Can be your passport or national identity card or any other legal document that is used to identify you as a citizen of a particular country. Then you should also ask the following question: can you leave your job if you want? Any person who's been trafficked into slavery, in most cases they operate under threats, under fear, and they've been threatened that if they quit their job, most likely their family members or themselves will be armed. So they are afraid to quit their jobs at their own volition. The second thing you should also ask, the third thing is, has your family been threatened? Then, do you live with your employer? Under what terms? And where do you sleep? Where do you eat? Remember earlier on we said people trafficked into slavery live in poor conditions. So asking this question will help you to figure out where this person is living in a poor condition or it's just a normal poverty-stricken life. Then are you in debt to your employer? Most victims of human trafficking, they lay upon themselves, their employers in quotes lay upon themselves debts that this person have to work in servitude to pay. So you have to ask, are you in debt to your employer? Then finally, as I said earlier, do you have your passport or any identification? If yes, correct. If no, who has it? And why is this person in all of your identification documents? Ladies and gentlemen, if you believe you have identified someone still in trafficking situation, kindly alert law enforcement authorities and always use the number 9111. And if you are next to any justice center, kindly reach out so that together we can make our world a human trafficking world. Thank you very much, and it is the end of our lesson today. We hope to meet again the next lesson to share more. Thank you very much, and forever we'll say in defense of social justice. Thank you.